People podcast of the DMV. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we and God we trust. Sir Rod and Lady Z. PTP.
Positive thinking people. Positive thinking people.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Rodney Grimes. This is the People Podcast, the People Talk Show podcast. And here I am today coming to you on Motivation Monday, November 25th, with some good information. We're talking about detoxing. Detoxing isn't easy. I have my guest today is the Kings, Ms. Faustine and Mr. Charles King. These individuals are really helping me to take out the trash, take the trash out of my body, take the trash out of my bad habits and so forth and so on. And many of us need to understand that it is good. It's good to have some support when you're doing so, because it's not really easy to do it by yourself. A lot of us will say you can do it and you'll need no help, but that's why they have programs. And so bringing them in, they are able to co-sign some of the things that I have yet to really experience, and to also support me as I have been detoxing seriously since Friday, right? Since Friday. Yeah, I am hungry as I don't know what right now. When I tell you, but what'd you say?
It's a choice, because you can't eat. We have salads here, we have fruits, we may not have what you want, we have what you need.
Come on, that's what that see. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to really talk about this today. And I thought about it. I said, as we come to you on the program, it's always to empower you, to help you to move forward in a positive way. As you know, that it's people to people, power to power, positive to people. We support people who are out there trying to change their lives in a good direction with positive energy and positive enforcement. One of the things that the King's been doing, y'all been doing this for about 2 years now, right?
2 years, yes.
And so we've been talking about this, and it's not been easy, because before I came down here, I had pancakes and eggs and quite a few other things, just to make myself feel full and comfortable, right? But we talked about this prior to me coming, and the reason why I really was doing it is because I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling really good, and when I was going to the doctors giving me medication to do this, that, this, and that, but there are side effects on some of them. And after having the experience watching YouTube do this, which I've been doing for 2 years or more, I watch y'all where y'all broke your body all the way down and then building it back up. Yeah, that wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and but like anything, it's a process. So it's a mindset. We had to set our minds. We had to say, what's our goal? What's our why? Where do we want to go? What are we trying to accomplish? We had to ask all of those questions. And if what we were trying to accomplish, if whatever didn't fit in that, we had, like you said earlier, we had to take out the trash.
So what was I was just asking you earlier, what was the initial reason for you to start the change in your lifestyle and detoxing your body?
As I said, I was taking prescription medicine, statin, which anybody with high cholesterol knows what that is. So I had plaque in my arteries, and once I spoke with the doctor in reference to taking the statin, once he informed me that I would have to take it for the rest of my life, that's what he told me, and that once I started taking it, it could affect my kidneys. I believe he said kidneys. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. So for you to correct one part of my body, the other part has to die or you suffer. So I decided not to take the medicine and go the holistic way with, with herbs and, detoxing and changing my diet. And it's not just to do this. Some people do it just to lose weight. It's a lifestyle, because once you get the weight off, you get your levels and your blood and everything, leveled off, that you're in the green, that everything is good. You have to stay with, you have to stay committed to that. Because if we really think about it, guys, the food that we're eating, it has chemicals, steroids, a whole bunch of stuff in it, and everybody's getting sick. And back in the day, to hear somebody had cancer, it was like rare. It probably was one person in your family, or maybe two to the most. Now everybody had it, even down to our kids.
Yeah.
And the common denominator has to be what? Food.
And what we're exposing ourselves to. And so if you're just tuning in, please understand this is very, very important. So if you have anybody who's trying to lose some weight, trying to break some bad habits, get off of drugs, trying to change bad habits within their lifestyle, this is a good time to sit down and listen to this program this evening. Reason why I'm saying it, I'm not talking about telling you something that I'm not doing. I'm in the process of doing it myself. One of the things that I realized that over the last few years, I had started becoming very ill. And what I noticed that I had got to the point where a lot of times some of the things that I was eating, it made me feel better right instantly, but the next day I felt like garbage. And I was trying to figure out what's going on, what am I doing wrong? But as we have our relationship and we talk and we watched y'all do this, as my wife and I was watching how y'all went about it, y'all went to the core of the situation to change your habits.
Go to the root.
Go to the root. So this applies. Detoxing is not just for food; it's for drugs, it's for bad habits, it's for everything. And you have to. What you said, it's a mindset, right?
It's a mindset. Yeah.
You have to put yourself in a position where you say, "I want to live. I want to live healthy. I want to live better." A lot of us are just starting to really, really understand that a lot of things that's in the stores is for profit. It's not for your health. It's for profit. I was told a few years ago, they said, whenever you go in the store, you really don't want to shop on the inside. You want to shop on the outer rim.
Outer perimeter of the inside of the store.
Because that's where the meats and the vegetables and things that are naturally a part of us to consume, that's where it is, right?
Right.
Everything that's in the middle is processed. It got preservatives and things of that nature. Now, listen to this. It's not just the food. We're talking about anytime that you putting stuff into your body and into your spirit and into your mind that's not going to be long-term beneficiary to you, beneficial to you, then you're going to realize that you're killing yourself slowly. And you can't blame nobody because nobody's forcing you to eat these things. We just had, I had a friend of mine, who just went over to Italy. And he said when he went over there, he went over and he traveled outside the country. He realized that the Fruit Loops was different.
Yeah.
He said the Fruit Loops over there don't look like the Fruit Loops we have here.
I can tell you, I've been to Italy too, and it is totally different eating. There's foods in other countries that will not accept our food in this country. It's illegal to put some of that garbage in the food over in other countries.
And so we here as individuals, you have to take it upon yourself to start to be responsible for your well-being. Now, I've never been a drug abuser, so I don't know what it's like to be addicted to drugs because I never allowed it to get that far in my life. Some people have that problem. Some people have addiction to soda. Some people have addiction to pain. Some people have addiction to lying, cheating, stealing, all types of addictions. So when we talk about this is not just on a food level we're talking about. We're talking about overall changing the lifestyle to a point where you start to benefit yourself so that you can live better and happier. How you feel now that you don't take the medicine?
Oh, I feel fine. You know, we started kickboxing, which I haven't done it now for a couple of months because we were doing another type of detoxing, you know, like with the tinctures and the teas and
Teas, herbs.
the
We
powders
were breaking
and
it
different
down.
things. So we were like dealing with our lymphatic system, dealing with our lymphatic system as well. So like I said,
We were breaking it down at a cellular level. We were going
type.
down into the cell.
Yeah.
Not just the surface. I mean, to the most minute microscopic cell and rebuilding cells, which helps rebuild, like my wife said, the lymphatic and glymphatic and just everything. We stripped the cellular level.
And that's to a point where it actually is almost like you start a brand new.
You're breaking down and building up. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you break the body down, you get the stuff out of your system, right? And then you use the foods, the fruits, the vegetables and stuff to build it up the right way and the healthier way, you know. It was something else I was I can't think of it right now. Not only did they have different detox to deal with your body, they even detox like your memory, like tragic things that happened to you in the past. You know what I mean? That stuff is ingrained in your cells. And I don't think people realize that. And everything is like a cleansing thing, you know?
Yeah.
Very much cleansing. And you spoke on addiction. And I think people don't understand. People will sit back if somebody is a drug addict and say, you know, they need to stop, blah, blah, blah. If they just stop, put it down. If you understand that food is the same thing, you know, you can be addicted to food. You can be, matter of fact, sugar is worse than cocaine.
Yes.
It's the number one addiction.
And sugar is in everything.
Yeah.
Read the ingredients on the back. Sugar is in everything.
Everything.
So the same way people can tell this person to get off drugs, tell whoever it is, you need to stop. You need to stop with the foods that you're putting in your mouth. Can you stop that? Can you go through the process and understand what that urge and that I think Rodney know what I'm talking about because he's been going through this. Yeah.
How did you feel when you had more bitter and less sugar? How did you feel?
So
the teas.
Right. So actually, I'm in the process as we speak right now. I'm detoxing. When I started a few days ago, I was like, I got this. You know, I was really letting you. I was telling both of them, you know, this is not going to be a problem.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, I feel helpless in a way that I want that food that I've been eating. I want it so bad right now because it became a part of my DNA. But now that I've been detoxing, I feel better already. I want it, but it's not good for me. And I realized this, if wasn't nobody around me, I would have snuck and got some French fries or something. I would have went and got a cheeseburger. I would have got a grilled cheese sandwich or something. I would have ate a bowl of cereal or something. After the first day, I thought I was okay. The second day, I was like, oh, man, this is rough. I was put in a situation where I was sitting in the car with them, and I had taken. I had the substance that I'm detoxing with. I've already taken it, and you have to go after taking it. You have to wait an hour before you can even consume anything. And what I can consume right now is only vegetables and fruits. And so they went to a vegan restaurant, and it came out with vegan hamburgers and french fries and some more stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something, if I had a gun, I'd have stuck them up for it, because that's how I mean, and I'm not joking. I had to literally get out of the car because it was not easy for me to smell it. It was driving me crazy. Seriously. It had got to a point that literally I was looking at the french fry in my wife's hand, and I just wanted to grab it and say, the hell with this. But I know that that's not what I wanted to do. So it was the craving that was calling me. It was the addiction that was calling me, not the french fry itself. You know what I'm saying?
And that's, you mentioned earlier, you've never been on drugs or anything, but you were on drugs.
Yes.
You may not have been cocaine,
Right.
heroin, crack, none of that.
Right.
You want a different type of drug.
Yeah.
And you just said it was calling.
It was calling me.
Yeah. And you were ready to do whatever
Whatever
you
it
had
took
to
to
do
get it.
to
Yeah.
get it.
I not.
That's a drug.
I got out of the car because I knew that I still had to consume the detoxing drink that I was drinking. And I did not want to quit in front of my wife and in front of my friends. I didn't want to quit and say I can't do it. But when I got out of the car, I started praying to God. I was like, God, please help me. And I'm not joking. I mean, it was tough. It was tough. So I never, ever would ever look at a person who's addicted to drugs or any bad habit ever again in my life and say, you can do it.
Yeah,
All you got to do is focus.
that's right.
Because let me tell you something. Yes, it takes focus, but it takes some support too.
Yeah.
Because
And that's funny you said that. So I decided to detox. So I was pescatarian. That's just eating fish, seafood. I decided to detox to support her. That was the first reason. But the other reason is I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and clean myself out too, because over the years, man, this stuff piles up from when you were a kid to when they start changing the mechanisms and organisms and everything in food. And now I'm putting all this other garbage in me. I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and detox too. But it does. It takes support. And even she only mentioned the statin, but she also had a allergy with almost all fruits. Now she has zero allergies to fruit because she stripped all of that out of her butt. Whatever was causing that reaction is out of. And they have all kinds of parasites and you'd be amazed at the parasites that's living in your body. You'll be amazed. Worms, the parasites just eating at your insides.
Mucus, yeast. But another thing people don't understand, and some people never detox, your intestines holds about 25 pounds of fecal matter, and it's been sitting there, and what do you call when it start forming? What would you call that consistency? Just the thick, you're just there. It's never really pushed through. Never really pushed out of the body. And what Rodney is going through is taking this detox tea, which is for parasites and tummy, dealing with your stomach. And then what it's doing is breaking that fecal matter down. It's breaking it down. And it's pushing it out. Each day. But we weighed him. I'm not telling you his weight, but we weighed him.
215.
Yep. And you got your numbers.
Right. And within
one day. No, each day he lost.
Each day.
An inch.
I lost an inch to my stomach.
Into the stomach.
And we weighed me today, and I was down to 205.
Yeah, and so
I got it. I mean, I remember.
I just
so
can't
people can't believe that. Like, yeah, okay, but
No,
if I told you that I can take an inch off your stomach every day while you're here, you'd be like, yeah, that don't even sound possible. But now you know it's possible.
Because actually, I got it here on 11/23 at 10:15. I weighed in at 200, and it was 212 pounds. And my waist measurement at the time was 45 inches and 6 16.
Yes, 16.
Okay. On 11/24, I weighed in at 205, and my waist went down to 44 inches and 2/16.
So inch.
Today I weighed in, I'm still at 205, but my waist went down to 44.
So you lost to 216.
Yeah. So this is just in a small time period. And what I'm realizing for real is that I had a lot of buildup all in here. Okay. I don't want to look like I'm not healthy. I don't want to feel not healthy. I want to look good. I love to dress. I like looking good in my clothes and everything. But it got to the point that whenever I wear a suit, I won't even tuck my shirt in anymore because of my stomach. But this is a sickness in a way, if you think about it, because here I know that what I was doing was damaging myself and not healthy for me, but I continue to do it. And that's what happens with some of the foods and things that you consume, some of your habits that you keep exposing yourself to. You have to get to a point to come to the realization of truth and know that you need help and that you need to do something about it. It may be somebody out there that have a drinking problem, a drug problem, a relation problem, a spiritual problem, or just an eating problem. First of all, you got to deal with the truth. Face the truth first. And then you got to decide you want to do something about it. If you want to be healthy, you want to live a healthy life, then you're going to have to put the work in. I remember some years ago, and that I want to bring this up. I remember we used to look at our children. We talking maybe about, because my oldest son, his birthday will be tomorrow. My oldest boy will be 44 tomorrow, okay? Both of my boys are much bigger than me, right? And I used to look and say, how did they come out so big? You know what I mean? The children, if you think about back in the day, your children started when they was growing up, you was like, what the hell? The young girls was having bigger breasts, bigger butts and everything. All of that was from the food. Stuff that's being put in the food. Now we're talking about not just the body developing, now we're talking about these cancers that's coming up just over and over. Man, they talk about cancer like no, man, we can go to the moon, but we can't cure cancer. Come on, man.
Everything is curable. Instead of calling it a disease, it's more of a dis-ease. And so there's stuff out there, but you got to remember, it's a lot of money in big pharma. You're talking $1 trillion industry. That's why they don't want doctors healing you. They just want to put that little Band-Aid on so you can rip it off and put another Band-Aid on. And I believe, and she heard me saying this for years, and then the more we do some research, we start hearing the same thing. People say, well, is this hereditary in your family? It may not be hereditary. It may be habit.
The only thing is hereditary is how you eat. And that passes down from one generation to the next generation. And if my father, who eats the chitlins and the whatever, and he ends up with whatever type of disease, high blood pressure, diabetes. Now it's like, oh, you're going to get it anyway. Yeah, you will if you continue to eat what your father was eating.
It's habit.
You get the same results. It's
do the same, you get the same. We hear that all the time.
Well, it's important for individuals who may be out there who's trying to find a solution to your problems. You start off first within yourself and acknowledge that there's a problem. I'm gonna be honest with you, my stomach is going down, but here it got to a point that it was very uncomfortable. I got tired of looking at it. I got tired of feeling overweight. I got tired of struggling to get up and move around. So I decided I wanted to do something about it. I'm doing this, I'm bringing this to the public because what's going to happen as I move forward, a lot of people are going to say, man, Rodney is making a commitment, but he's making this commitment publicly. So he's going to have to practice what he shared. And when I come out and say, hey, I'm doing this, I got to be true to myself. And I want to be true to the viewers who come on the program to see what's going on. That's why I asked them to join me today, because I wanted them, who I've witnessed them strip their bodies down and rebuild it. And I'm watching as they move forth how they're doing it, and it is amazing. But it takes a lot of discipline and it takes support, which y'all do for each other. So we're not saying that you're gonna be able to do this overnight. We're not saying this is gonna be easy, but we're just telling you that it's a process,
Mhm.
and it's something that you should be conscious of. And like I said, even if it's a drug habit that you have, understand, get some help. Ask for some help, because you can't really. It's almost impossible to do it by yourself. You need somebody to encourage you. You need somebody to say, "Hey, when the cravings start to call you," and I'm telling you, me and Charles, we was riding, and I didn't even tell him, but while we were riding, all I could see was Dunkin' Donuts, Applebee's, McDonald's. I could see every restaurant going down. I could tell you where they at right now. I could walk down there, and I'm not even from this location, but I know where they at because my mind was saying, "Yo, you want to get one of those burgers. You want to get one of those fries. You want to get that milkshake or whatever." You know, it was just calling me. And these are some of the things that were calling me that I don't even consume right now.
Mhm.
I had stopped eating meat about 2 weeks ago, going into my 3rd week. And I did that because I wanted to start getting some discipline.
Mhm.
I wanted to, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna ever eat meat again, but I can tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be conscious of what I put in my body. And by me detoxing right now, I'm in a position like now it's really, I'm finding out how strong I really am.
Mhm.
I'm finding out how much help I really need. I'm finding out how much I love myself too.
Mhm.
Because let me tell you something. If I can continue to go the way that I was going, I was killing myself.
Yes.
And a lot of us don't realize this. If you want to live to be 80, 90, and 100 and still be moving around like a 50, 60-year-old, you're going to have to watch what you put in your body.
Almost definitely. And you know, they used to say you are what you eat, and what you eat manifests on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I put your information into a BMI calculator, and your height, your weight, your age, and what was it?
You say I was
Yeah.
overweight?
It said, you want me to say what it said?
Yeah.
It said you were obese.
Beast. Okay.
It
No.
said obese. So it's like you look at yourself like, wait a minute, I'm not obese. But
We don't know the reality of where we really are. We don't know the reality that how sick I am, or how obese I am, or how we don't know the reality of our struggle. Put it that way. Don't even know
just
the
like
struggle.
when I was 172, I was like, I don't look like I'm no 172. I said, Charles, why you didn't tell me? He said, you look normal to me.
You know, it was
And that's
normal.
what it is. It's a norm. When people like when you guys saw us, that we had, was doing the detoxing, and we had the weight was gone. No fat, no body fat. Charles doesn't have body fat. I don't have body fat. It's like, oh, are they sick?
Yeah.
No, you're the one sick.
Right.
You understand
Yeah.
me? No, because it's a norm.
Yeah.
Oh, being overweight is a norm.
Yeah.
You understand? So the thing about it, we can jump down there and push out some push-ups.
Right.
We can go an hour straight, high-intensity training, 1 hour, stopping 30 seconds, maybe between 4 sets of whatever we're doing, consistently going, boom, 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 sweat falling. See, now if you can jump up and think I'm sick,
right,
and can you hang in there with me to show you the strength, what we're eating, is being shown,
right,
because at the end of the day, if I want weight, I can put weight on.
Right.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Compared to, I want to lose weight, and it's so hard.
Yeah. And that's that's what she's saying. Here we assume when we say, oh my God, what happened? Yeah. And then they broke it down to us. They said this is on purpose. What we're doing is we starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So what they did, they broke their body down,
Broke it down
all the way down. When I say to bone and muscle, that's what they were. And then I guess a month later, so we saw y'all, and we was like, oh, okay, because y'all starting to come back.
We're still building.
And that's what Zikio told us. He said, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna break you down, but I'm gonna build you up. He said, well, I'm gonna build you up the healthy way. I'm gonna tell you what to eat, what not to eat. You understand? Mm-hmm. So with me, and Charles too, we're more like if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do exactly what you say to do. Because number one, I want to see if what you're telling me to do works at the end of the day. You know, because I can't be like Charles say all the time. You can't be a testament if you have never been tested.
Right.
You know, so at the end of the day, I feel good.
I feel good, but Rodney knows I've always been in the lifting weights since he's known me. Man, I've been every weight class you probably could imagine, from 130 something to 190. But then with the detox, you know,
He thought he was healthy doing the eating the way he was eating,
Right.
but
I wasn't
he wasn't
when I
because
looked
it's
at it.
still eating the foods.
And I was
good
putting
for
those
him.
proteins and creatines in me, and that stuff was bad for my kidneys. Now I'm a smaller package, but I still like working out. But now I'm trying to build it up the healthier way, so we know what foods can help build us up now.
Well, I'm trying to see if it's some messages coming in, and it's not right now. I'm not able to get it. So if you see some, tell me. But I can tell you this: since I've been going through this process, it's been very, very, a challenge for me. Okay, so let's say, hi everyone, hello. I'm still working there, right? Healing from cancer 3 times, no chemicals. Detoxing and resetting your mind, body, and spirit needs to balance. Okay? Trauma causing a lot of the cellular malfunctions.
Yeah.
Okay?
True.
So we got flowing outside the gut into your body. There are locations that heal people with cancer with natural foods, and
That's
the
right.
detox process in Arizona, Mexico, and the doctors don't want to share this information. Big pharmacies is trying to control, and they are. And so it's a lot of us that are becoming victims of this type of lifestyle that we're living. And it's important that we start to do something about it. Now, let me tell you, again, it's not been easy. And this is not just about food. This is about a way of living. What we notice now, it's so funny. So when we noticed they was picking the weight back up, they're actually picking up the weight that they want, not the weight that is being put on you, but y'all controlling it.
Right.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So you can say, well, okay, I want to weigh 140 pounds.
Whatever I want to say. Yes.
And then you can get there.
It's like you got a choice.
You got a choice.
This is what I want. No, I don't want that.
Right. Now, let's go to something else that I found that was so amazing. The type of foods that you are eating, we found that it's amazing that you be suckered into believing that you, in order to satisfy certain craves, that you have to have certain foods. But what we learned since we've been here, that you can eat some mushrooms and make them taste like steak, chicken,
Pulled pork,
Yeah,
barbecue.
we just
Just
had
had
barbecue today.
I haven't had it.
Well, hold on.
No, you ate the other night.
On
You had-
anniversary.
Oh, yeah,
You
on the
had
anniversary.
We allowed them to eat one meal
One meal.
for his anniversary. That was
Right.
dinner.
That was
Yeah.
And what you
lion
think about it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
And we took. You didn't have pasta, but you had chickpea
Right. Now,
noodles. So it's out of pea. It's not out of flour.
Right.
Flour, the white flour.
I ate
know.
some romaine lettuce
Sauteed.
Yeah, sauteed
that
romaine
I
lettuce.
that I thought was some spinach. Okay.
It was more like cabbage.
Well,
Oh,
no, but I'm just
It's one of them.
it was delicious.
Yeah.
Then it was a banana.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Burl
Brown
banana.
bananas. We made that to mashed
Potatoes.
potatoes.
And a mashed
Like
potato.
it's more, yeah.
And then
Mashed marrow, but it tastes like mashed
That's-
potatoes.
Well, actually, it's better than mashed potatoes.
it is. Actually, I would prefer
You
that
like it?
more
You
than
like
the
it?
mashed potatoes. And what
And
about the gravy?
The gravy, I made that from red lentils, and I put it in the grinder, and I grind it down to powder, and then I made my gravy with that, and I added in the mushrooms,
shiitake,
Ma-
matake,
matake mushrooms as a little, in it,
Right.
saute it with
Right.
a little bit of
little texture.
red and green peppers, and we made the gravy with that.
And then you had this lion
Lion
mushroom.
mane mushroom, which is good for cancer. Yeah, lion mane, but it's very expensive in the store. Because when we went to that Whole Food store, and I think Charles showed you the lion mane,
Just
it was one
little-
little small little portion was how much?
It was $7.99.
$8, just what it said,
Yeah.
$8. But we buy it from a mushroom farm, a big 3-pound case for $31.
Right.
You see what I mean? And the matake, right, 5 pounds for 51, which is really, really, really good because you can make so much
Out of it.
So much out of it.
So that's the other thing. What were some of the other things that you made? Because you also, Zena had the opportunity to eat a steak and cheese.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I made it. Yeah.
But it's
I made
not
it.
steak and
It's
cheese.
not. The thing about it, what people don't understand, if they didn't season your meat, you wouldn't eat it.
Right.
So what you do, you take the same seasonings that you put in making your chicken, your barbecue, whatever you put to stir in with your meats, you do it with the mushroom, And once you get that seasoning and taste in it, it's like it tricks your body. It's like a mind
Texture.
thing.
Yes.
Texture
The
and
text,
taste.
it tricks your body like, oh, this tastes really good. Matter of fact, Z,
Yeah, Reuben sandwich.
she didn't even. Oh, the Reuben sandwich.
Yes, which I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one of them
Get
for you
that
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what is the Reuben made out of? The Reuben sandwich.
It's made out of mushroom.
Matake mushroom.
And
I saw y'all eating tonight. It looked like shredded pork.
pork, like pork.
Yeah.
Same thing, same mushroom.
Barbecue. That was barbecue.
That was barbecue, same one.
But it was matake.
We put vegan, what was that on top? Coleslaw on top, yeah.
And this
And
is,
a little vegan cheese.
but I tell you, if I had taken a picture of it, I couldn't tell the difference.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Matter of fact, I don't think Z could tell the difference either. It tastes like barbecue.
She don't even eat mushroom.
And she don't
And she don't. In her whole
Well,
life,
she used to eat. She used to eat
mushrooms
mushrooms.
since Friday.
she usually didn't eat mushrooms.
Like every day we eat mushrooms.
This is amazing what we have come to realize, that the mind is a terrible thing to waste, but we
Yes.
waste it.
Mhm.
And we waste it by actually not being true to who we are and what we are and what we're supposed to consume. We have to realize that our Creator Yah has already established everything we need here on the earth that's natural to heal almost
Oh,
any
any-
situation that you're put in.
That's right.
We're not saying don't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
No, we're not saying that. But go and get your natural herbs and your natural fruits and things like that, and start putting them in your body and see. I have another friend. Her name is Tracy Clark, and she is another individual who I remember had told me, I'm not going to say the illnesses that she was dealing with, but she changed her lifestyle, and she was another one that started changing what she eating and what she was consuming, and she would start going all natural. She started growing all her vegetables.
Oh yeah, we
And
do
we
that too.
do the same thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I noticed that she started to, she lost unnecessary weight,
Mhm.
but when I seen her about a week or so ago, and I was looking at her skin, and her skin was so pure. It just looked so good.
But what people
Yeah.
don't understand, all diseases start from the stomach,
Yeah.
from the gut. They call that your second brain. But it starts from there, what you're putting in it. So if you cleanse that out, and even if you try your best or whatever, detox. At least twice a year, detox. Fast.
Yeah.
Do some fasting. Intermediate fasting as well as also 24 hours.
Yeah.
Just straight water.
Yeah.
You don't know how that right there really affects the body.
But what it does, it gives the body a chance to start to heal itself and start to do.
Man, the body
Right.
is amazing.
Yeah.
You said something earlier about we're not saying don't go to the doctor. We also not saying just go buy some matake mushrooms and and get rid of your medicine. It's a
No,
process. We
no,
did say
let's
it's a
no,
process,
it's
Right.
and you still have to go to your doctor and
Right.
talk to them about it. So yeah,
That's
we're not-
important.
We just
yeah.
found
I don't
one-
want you to think you
okay,
can
we
just stop cold
Right.
turkey.
Yeah, and we just found number one, I'm greedy. You
Hmm.
know, Charles already said I'm not no salad eating woman. My thing is, I found vegetables and stuff that I can make taste good.
Mhm.
You know, because I like eating.
Yeah.
So only thing that did was just help me go through the process of transitioning from not eating this and not eating that and not, you know. So I mean, we do vegan desserts and stuff. You know what I mean?
Juices,
Yeah.
And
natural
matter of fact,
juices.
I make brownies from sweet potatoes.
Right.
And boy, my brother, Zachary, that dude, like, I ain't eat that, You can go with that, whatever he has to say smart about it. He's down there making those brownies right today. He was like, man, this tastes just like a brownie.
It's just like
It's from, you mean sweet potatoes? Yeah, sweet potatoes.
And I'm going to say something, and I'm going to kind of talk in a little riddle because people don't know what I'm really talking about. They do. But we was at a, I wanted to say it was a ceremony, and everybody in there was eating, and it had to be close to 100 people in there. All right.
Yes.
And they had everything from mac and cheese, baked chicken, fried chicken, greens,
with
turkey. They had
all the soul food.
all soul food, right?
All the soul food.
Okay, and all of us that was in that room, you can tell who was addicted because we couldn't wait to get in line.
Mm-hmm.
And Charles and Faustine was the only one sitting down there with a bottle of water. Among all of us in there, right? Didn't touch not one thing. Okay, now this is what me show you how serious an addiction is. I had already went almost a week or so without eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got in there and I saw it,
So, yep.
what did I tell y'all? I'm breaking the rule today.
Yep.
So what I did, I went up and we fixed our plate and I put that meat on my plate and I ate it. That night prior, because I hadn't eaten going in, I was going into my second week of not eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
So I ate that, brought me she made it. Remember they made plate for me to bring home.
For you to take home.
Okay, so I took it home, and I like to eat too. And so I'm eating, and next thing I know, when I woke up in the morning, I didn't feel good. And I realized something. My body was trying to tell me something. Whatever that I had consumed, obviously, really wasn't that good for me. Because it should have made me feel better. It should have made me feel stronger. When you eat something that's good for your body is going to respond in a positive way. Not waking up when you be like this, oh my goodness, what the hell? So I say that to say this. If you're sluggish, you're feeling tired, you're having all kind of illnesses come on, that's what you put in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go about it properly and get the right education and the right knowledge to go about it, you will find a way to be able to get through this, like Faustine and Charles did, the Kings. They have. I saw them break their body down all the way to the rim, and now I'm watching them build it back up. And like I said, all right now, I studied the martial arts, and I know right now, and I ain't even talking about Charles, who is into different styles of martial arts, but I'm talking about his wife. I wouldn't want to get in a ring with her right now because I already know that my body wouldn't be able to withstand the
I would
punishment.
have kicked you in the stomach.
I know you probably
Straight
would.
up,
She'd
front kick.
come
Front
right to
kick.
the boom. You know what? And I probably would have fell down. But what I'm saying is,
You know what though, Rodney?
Mm.
See, and another thing that we don't realize, this country, because of all the chemicals and everything, we are deprived from nutrients and vitamins. Our food has been stripped of all these vitamins. So if it's stripped, now we're not getting the vitamin D's and K's and everything that your body yearns for. I mean, heck, the sun is vitamin D also.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's just stripped. All of the nutrients are stripped.
Everybody
That's
not
why we
gonna
grow our
stop
garden.
eating. That's right. Everybody not gonna stop eating the meats, the whatever. But if you get your organic, grass fed, they're not putting those chemicals and steroids and I guess stuff like that in. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then again, detox. Detox. If you do it each season, summer, winter, spring, and fall,
Yeah.
detox, because you're putting stuff and it's pushing it out. It's not sitting there rotting in your gut.
Yeah. A lot of people wonder why you're breathing hard, or why you have all this saliva build up in your mouth and things like that, or you're feeling congested in your chest.
Science.
All that is your body telling you
Mhm.
that you are putting stuff in you that you shouldn't be eating. Now, how did this start? This started many, many years ago when we know that a lot of individuals who know the truth about the type of foods we eat and what it does to you, we got herbalists who've been living the right way all their life.
Like look at Blue Zoom, Sadie.
Dr. Sabi.
Yeah, we have individuals who know about this natural. Actually, I got a young lady who's going to be coming on the program. Her name is Tasha. She's going to be coming on Wednesday. She's another individual that is into spiritual and healthy eating and things of that nature. She's another powerful individual. I'm so excited to have her come on Wednesday. Y'all want to tune in. What we're trying to do is just bring some information to you to say, hey, start loving yourself. Take care of yourself. Make a change. We talk about COVID. Let me tell you something. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, I can't prove it, but I guarantee you it's man-made. That all of that was designed. These individual things that was even with AIDS. If it was AIDS and all these things, they would have been here when the earth began. We've been dealing with that. You deal with a natural cold if you don't take care of your body. That's something that happened. But we got other things that's coming out that's actually designed to kill people. And we have to, as individuals, be conscious of how we go about it, because I don't think that it's anybody who's born that want to die right away and don't want to die a terrible life.
Well, let me say this. We are not herbalists. We're just giving our testimony that we have tested the process. And it works.
Yeah.
And it works. And one thing we didn't talk about, when you started taking the tea, how bitter it was.
Oh my God.
It was bitter because of all the stuff that was in his body. Charles and I, well, the Friday, they came a little later, but I was going to detox with him that one day. For me, when I first initially, like you, started it, it was so bitter. It was like, oh my God, like somebody help me. Excruciating, like please. But since we have been detoxing and that stuff is out our body, it's more like just a little bit of tea.
It's palatable now.
Yeah, we can do it. I can just drink it, and it's two types.
Yeah, one of them that I'm taking is for the stomach, and the other one is for parasites. And I'm going to tell you, when I tell you.
He was in here like, oh man,
it's
on his tiptoe. Like,
it's just not easy. It's not easy.
He was on his tiptoe. It's like it was really. But as the day go by, we did 28 days.
Right.
Okay, 30, so about like this,
for me.
It was really bitter. Maybe the first 2 weeks, but going into that third week, it just started tasting like weak tea.
Yeah. One of the things that I realized also that your mind will train itself to deal with something one way and the body will do another. Mm-hmm. That's why they say sometimes you got to get the mind and the body back together.
Mind,
because the mind will be telling you that it's nasty when your body is saying, no, that's good for you. Drink it.
Matter of fact, what happened when we've learned that bitterness, that bitter taste, when you're taking that bitter, it goes and activates your organs, I guess, to receive whatever. Right?
Yeah,
is that right?
It activates.
It activates your vital organs. Like, wow, really? I mean, it is really deep if you get into it. Again, we're not herbalists. We're not, any trained anything. We just went through the process. We just know it worked. This is our testimony because we have tested it.
Oh, and what we discovered is you know, sometimes you run around wondering why you stressed out or why that. It's sometimes it's in the meat that we eat because if that animal was stressed out. Keep in mind, we're talking cellular level now.
Right.
If that animal's being tortured and it's stressed and it's depressed and that they have that energy, you're eating and consuming that same energy. And you're like, hey, why am I so down today?
I'm so angry.
You could have ate some of that depression and that stress.
Well,
so it's amazing how the body responds.
Research it. People don't realize that in many cases that what you eat, they say you are what you eat.
Yeah.
So if you ate a mad cow,
you got mad cow.
then you got some mad cow.
Wondering why you're so angry.
Right. You got some of that in you. That's why what they do is when they reproduce things, what they use, the DNA.
Yeah.
The DNA. So that's a prime example. If they can take the DNA from a chicken and produce something that look like a chicken or tastes like a chicken, what did that do to you when it's in your blood cells?
And another thing we found out, if you're having problems with your kidneys, is fear, a lot of fear, and with your liver is anger. Like you don't know how your emotion and stuff affects your vital organs. You know?
Yeah. Well, for everyone that tuned in, we're running out of time. We just wanted to come in and tell you about some things. We want to just thank everybody, Angela, Boo Jones, Penny, Rachel, Queen Rachel, all that came in and tuned in. We want to just say thank you. If you have somebody out there that's dealing with a drug addiction, food addiction, these things, have them to listen to this program. One of the things that we can tell you that if you want some information, you want to find out if a lot of this stuff is true and it can work for you, Google it. Google. You don't have to go to the library. You can do it right in your house, right while you're sitting in the tub.
Research the research.
Just hit Google and ask about the different things about detoxing. And I can tell you right now, it is not easy, but I want to live. I want to be healthy. I want to get rid of this. And I am going to. I have, like I said, since I've been here, I've already lost, I went from 210 or 212 to 205. And I am going to continue to do so. I'm doing this not just for me. I'm doing this for my grandchildren. I'm doing this for my wife and my loved ones. But more so, I'm doing it for me because I love me and I want to take care of me. I don't want to be suffering and laying in the bed when I'm 85 and 90 years old. You see a lot of people that's that age that's moving around. Believe me, they was taking care of their body.
Yeah, 40-year-olds.
If they make it to that age,
Yeah.
You got 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds.
Inflammation in the knees.
So just get to a point where you got to realize, I don't care what your addiction is, start a detox, get some people to help you, talk to some people, get some professional help, go and Google, get the right information, knowing what you're up against. And know this, it doesn't mean that you're a weak individual when you need help, because believe it or not, it's a sickness. It's an addiction. It's something that you got so used to doing. It's almost like a lady who was been in a relationship and she was getting beat up, and she after a while the beating don't matter anymore because she got addicted to it. But you know something, when she get a kiss and a hug, whatever, she feel different. It's a different feeling. It's the same thing with a drug addict. When he's shooting that dope in his arm, but when he don't put that in there, and then he get the Holy Spirit, he be like, man, I feel maybe much better than when I put the dope in there, because we be looking for personal satisfaction. The same thing when you're putting one of them hamburgers from McDonald's or one of them cheeseburgers from one of them other fast food restaurants. You know that. It is
we can do that.
It is something that is calling you.
Actually, what Rodney was, and not promoting Dr. Bobby Price, but it is good. These are the two items that he was taking: the holistic tummy detox and the Parasite Candida cleanse.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. If you think it don't work, take it and then look at your stool.
Oh yeah, it works.
You're gonna be shocked what you see. I'm telling you. I'm scared to sit down now because I see what's coming out of me. So what I do, I sit down.
Use the bidet.
I use the bidet, wipe good, and flush. Because the other day, I looked in there and what I saw scared the heck out of me. So what I'm just telling you, if you want to keep going to bed with that in your systems, keep doing what you're doing. But I can tell you this, if you want to love yourself better, detox and changing bad habits.
And they could Google Dr. Bobby Price.
You can Google Dr. Bobby Price and get some information. So with that said, it's people to people, power to power, positive thinking. People, you know that saying what they say, iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
They always say, yo, if you really care about me, then you'll tell me the truth.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Here we go. We telling you the truth. God bless you. Peace and blessings. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And also happy birthday to my son Mike, who
Happy birthday, Mike.
is tomorrow. My wife's birthday was Saturday. What a celebration.
My nephew's birthday today too.
Your nephew? What's his name?
His name is Hawatha. And my sister's tomorrow.
What's the sister's
Pamela.
name? Huh?
Pamela.
Pamela, happy birthday tomorrow. And
Hawatha.
Hawatha, happy birthday to you. And let me say this. This has been an amazing birthday and anniversary for Zena and I. We shared it with
And
them.
Daniel's birthday was the 20th.
And Danielle, yours was on the 20th.
20th.
Hey, well, let me say this. For everybody
For November.
for November, happy birthday to you. You know, my nephews was on the 3rd, November 3rd, you know, so we can just start to put it out.
We don't put it on names like that.
Yeah, but just know this. You can actually go on my page and see where we went live and saw what these two individuals did to help us celebrate our birthday and our anniversary. When I say also what's good to do is to detox from people who don't care about you. Put yourself around people who love you so that you can feel better. We had a good time. And me and Zena hadn't had a good, I've been taking a nap since I've been here. I ain't even know. I'm trying to tell you, I've been taking naps. Even though I'm detoxing, but I'm feeling good and I'm happy. And I send peace and blessings to all of you and tell you, yo, look in the mirror and be true to yourself. Be true to yourself and take care of yourself. And y'all can see it. Hey, I'm not ashamed of it because I'm getting ready to get rid of it.
That's right.
That's all I can tell you. Watch me as I go. Peace and blessings.
Peace.
It's People to People, the People podcast of the DMV. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we and God we trust. Sir Rod and Lady Z, PTP.
Positive thinking people.